Howdy folks, it's been a while, been laid up with this since having that knee operation, but hopefully getting back into things now. It's getting a bit better, see how we go. Anyway, I couldn't help myself. I bought myself an Equinox 900 the other week, so what we're going to do today is we're going to knock up a bit of a TID chart. So that we've got some idea of what we're finding in the ground. I've got some modern coins, some pre-decimal coins, some other bits and pieces, some buckles, car, ring, and I might also wave a bit of junk in front of it and some bottle caps and things like that, just to give myself an idea of what I'm going to find out in the field. We can narrow down and work out what we are and aren't digging, and hopefully be able to discriminate the targets a bit better so we don't have to dig so much junk. Anyway, you didn't come to listen to me chat or look at my ugly mug. So anyway, on my onward and upward, folks, let's go and have a look at this. Okay, we'll start with the our current currency, $2. 65, we'll knock that down as a 65. Good strong signal. $1. 66, so they're going to be pretty close together. 65, 66. As they were on the 800, they were pretty close together. So anyway, that's good. 65, 66, that'll get us our ones and twos. A 50 cent. 46. Back down to 46 for the 50 cent piece. That's what we've got now, a 20 cent piece. Let's see. 42. 41. 41, we'll call that 41. For 20 cent. 5 cent piece. What do we got? That's hitting on a straight up 19. Well, let's jump back to an 18 there now. 18, yeah, 19. I'll say 18. I did dig a couple of 5 cent pieces the other day in the dirt and they were definitely 18. So we'll whack that down as an 18. We've got a 10 cent piece. Good strong. Popping in there at 29. Next one is our 2 cent piece. Listen to that thing, 82. 81, 82. 83, 84. It popped up to an 84. Let's just let that reset itself there. We'll try again. Yeah, I'll call that 84. An 84 for a 2 cent piece. And last but not least, our 1 center. Smallest of our brown buggers. 74. We'll call that for 74. That's the modern coins, folks. Okay. We'll jump into some pre-decimal coins here now, folks. We've got a couple of pennies. So I've got a 1912 Commonwealth penny. 62, 63. Yeah, 63, we'll call that a 63. For a Commonwealth penny, that was the 1912. Yep, 1912 Com penny. So we'll just try a newer one. It's a 52, so that's a Roo penny, a 1952 Roo penny. Ooh, that's ringing in at an 88. So we've got quite a difference there between those two. 63 for your Com penny. 88 for your Roo penny. That's interesting. So we've got here half penny. Oh, it's a 19. It's an old one. Can't read it. Should have read it before we started, eh? Again, a Commonwealth half penny. 63. And a, what have we got here? A 43 Roo penny. A Roo half penny. 43. Roo half penny, 85. Okay, which way do we go? We'll go the big ones first, hey? So we've got a 1952 florin. So 52 florin, that'll be your 50% silver. As we know, 81, 82, 80, 81, 82, 82. As we know, post 46 they were 50% silver, so it's an 82. Now, next one we've got here is a 1918, a 1918 florin. That will be one of our sterling silver florins, that little fella there. Let's see where we go. Oh, listen to that sing. You're not going to knock that back, are you? That's a 94. 94 for our sterling silver florin. What have I got next? Let's have a look, see. We have a 1907 shilling, 86, 87, 86, 86, 87 for the sterling silver shilling, and then we've got a 61, 1961 ram's head shilling. And we'll call that for a 70, 69, 70. Now, sixpence. I don't have any newer sixpence. I've only got a sterling silver sixpence, so I might have to search around the internet, go back to Luke's video, see what he rang up a post 46 sixpence at. I've only got a sterling silver sixpence. I'm going to call that an 81. Okay, and then that leaves us just with our thrips. So we'll do the 1899 sterling silver, 68, 68 for the sterling silver, and then we've got a 49 threepence. So again, that'll be your 50%, and that's a 40. Okay, so that's our pre-decimal currency, or all the copies of pre-decimal currency that I've got that I can test. Righto, so what else have we got here? We've got a sterling silver, little sterling silver, not a heavy ring, just a fairly light sterling silver ring. 81, 82. 81, 82. If he was on his edge, yeah, still pretty good, much in that same 82, 83. So that's not a bad one to test. We've also got a sterling silver chain and a little, what would you call it, little medallion ingot thing here. I'll just get him out. It's a little sterling silver neck ingot. So we've got there 62 for that fella. Yeah, 66, 67. Good chain, sterling silver chain, not an overly heavy one. So what have we got? 13, 14. If it's just the strand, maybe 15. If it's bundled up, like you might find it on a beach, still around that 13. Yeah, maybe 21, 22. Depending on the orientation that you had it on the beach. Okay, that's a bit of silver I've got. I haven't got any gold rings to try. I'll have to dig some out of the wife's cupboard, I suppose. Okay, what have we got now? We've got a little hat pin, just a gilded hat pin. This is one from the 303 bar at the Adelaide River. So there's probably a bit of mixed metal in that. It's still got the pin on the back, which is probably some sort of steel, and that could be a cast. Yeah, 41, 42, that's not too bad. Little toy car. We all love digging up our little toy cars, don't we? Let's see what we get. 83. Bit jumpy, but there's a good bit of that 80, that high tone 80-ish signal in there, so that's not too bad. What's something else we pretty commonly dig up? We pretty commonly dig up keys. Let's give that a whirl. That's not bad. 63 for a padlock key, so you can see some of our better targets are all going to be, again, bunched in a little bit together, but you've got to expect that. What got a couple of buckles here. I don't think they're overly old, but they're brassy looking buckles. 72, 73 for that small one. That one there's a little bit bigger. 75, 76. And this one here I think is a little bit older, but again not terribly old. In that 70 range again, so those brass buckles are in that sort of 70 range. And what have we got here? A well-worn, dinged up 303 shell. Up in the 50s, 52, 53. You hear that bit of tingling around there, you got all those different metals in that. And a slightly less damaged 303 shell. In that 53, 55 sort of range. Okay. Righto folks, let's run some junk through, hey? Ring pulls with the little beaver tail shaped ring pull. That's the complete one. That's ringing up a pretty consistent 34 on a full ring pull. This one here's the same, again a full ring pull, but it's got the tab folded back around itself like we quite often find too. And you're getting a 40, 41 for that one. So it does give us a different number there on those two. Then we've got just the ring pull section without the tab, 38, 39. And then we've got the little folded up tab, 27, 28. Just our more modern can tab, 30. Again, just another can tab, but probably a bit older one by the shape of it. And these are 44. What else have we got here? A couple of old nails. It's a rusty old nail. It's not, looks to be a fairly modern bullet head type nail. Real scratchy, but it's mainly down in the iron tone. That now that would have probably come out as a scratchy, really scratchy with a bit of 20 chucked in there when I dug that on the 800. So that's good. That's a bit of tie wire. Again, right down in the iron. Let's pop him on all metal. Okay. A bit of tie wires down in the -6s now. We wouldn't dig that anymore, would we? That's good. That first nail, right down in there too. This looks to be a part of an old nail or a pop rivet shaft or something like that. Just a bit of old iron that I've managed to dig up. Right down in the negatives. Another old nail. Right down there. A big chunky old nail, this one. Again, still down to that -5, -6. This is a bit of barbed wire with one of the barbs left on. Again, right down in those negative numbers, which is good. It's a bit of modern galvanised tie wire. Again, down to that -5, -7, so we're less likely to dig that sort of junk now. We'll be able to discriminate it out better. This looks like it's part of an old, maybe a TV antenna, something like that. It's just a bit of aluminium tube that's been beat up by the mower a few times. 89.90. You're still going to dig them, but we can't discriminate 100% on anything, can we? We'll make a decision with the new 900 where our numbers sit, and we'll have fun. Last but not least, crusty old bit of can. Don't we love digging these up? Again, especially in all metal mode, giving us a very mixed signal now. Let's just pop out of all metal back into standard discrimination mode for Park 1. And it's probably still going to have to dig that. Probably still have to dig that on those tones. That's up around a 95. But you're never going to avoid all the trash. You're going to have to dig some of it. Our next favourite, the old screw-on, the aluminium bottle cap. Used to ring up really nice. You'd think you had a gold coin, you had a bottle cap. Let's have a look. Yeah, 74. 74, 75, so that's got them away from those $1 and $2 coins a little bit now, which will be good. A squashed up bottle cap, this would be a Bundaberg. Would be a Bundaberg by the look of the B on it. Anyway, I think it's a Bundaberg one. Squashed flat. Yeah, back in that gold coin range, aren't we? Never mind. I'm not sure what this one is. It's a blue cap, got a star on it. Squashed up. 62, 63, so back in that same sort of range. Crown seal, the rusty old crown seal. Ooh, 15, we might be able to get rid of them now. 15, 19, see. That rusty one's still ringing up in that same range. You got 14, 13 there now, but it did give me a bit of 18, 19, which is where that 5-cent piece rang up, which is where we used to get them. And then we've got a dry black Asahi. Not as rusty, fairly new cap by the look of that one. And he's a bit scratchy, but there's a good bit of... Yeah, very scratchy all over the place. So, there we have it. That's my my effort at showing us what we're going to encounter out in the field. It's time to put them all back together and get out there and have a dig. Righto, there we go. There's a few targets for us to look at, some modern coins, some modern toys, that old car, some buckles. Hopefully we'll be able to now work out better what we're finding when we get out on a live dig. We don't want to dig too much junk, but we're going to have to dig some, aren't we? That's just life. Got to dig it to work out what it is. And I'm sure we'll work out how we can discriminate out a lot more of that junk there with the new Equinox 900. I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm sure it was worthy. It was a worthy upgrade, I'm sure. Okay, as we always say, onward and upward. Have a great day. See you later.